Tuesday, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I'm super good at video games. I'll bet I could beat anyone in my grades head to head. 정면승부. Unfortunately, Daddy does not exactly appreciate my skills. He's always getting on me about going out and doing something active. So tonight, after dinner, when Daddy started hustling me back going outside, I tried to explain how with video games, you can play sports like football and soccer, and you don't even get all hot and sweaty. But as well, Daddy didn't see my logic. Daddy is a pretty smart guy in general, but when it comes to common sense, sometimes I wonder about him. Slap. I'm sure that would dismantle my game system if he could figure out how to do it. But luckily, the people who make these things make them parent proof. Nap these fancy gadgets. Every time Daddy kicks me out of the house to do something sporty, I just go up to Luli's and play my video games there. Unfortunately, the only games I can play at Luli's are car racing games and stuff like that. Because whenever I bring a game up to Luli's house, his dad looks it up on some parent website, and if my game has any kind of fighting or violence in it, he won't let us play. I'm getting a little sick of playing Formula One racing with Lonely because he's not a serious gamer like me. All that you have to do to beat Luli is name you cock something ridiculous at the beginning of the game. And then when you pass Luli's car, you just fall to pieces. Brad, fart, ahead. Anyway, after I got done mapping the floor with the Luli today, I headed home. I ran through the neighbor's sprinkler a couple times to make it look like I was all sweaty, and that seems to do the trick for Daddy. Whew. But my trick kind of backfired because as soon as my mom saw me, she made me go upstairs and take a shower. Wednesday, I guess Dad must have been pretty happy with himself for making me go outside yesterday because he didn't eat again today. It's getting really annoying to have to go up to Ruli's every time I want to play video game. There's this weird kid named Fraggle who lives halfway between my house and Ruli's, and Fraggle is always hanging out in his front yard, so it's pretty hard to avoid him. When I see my secret Fraggle, oh no thanks. Frigo is in my physics ed class at school, and he had to do this whole made-up language. Like when he needed to go to the bathroom, he said, juice, juice. Us kids have pretty much figured Frigo out by now, but I don't think the teacher have really caught on yet. Get good with today. I probably would have gone up to Ruli's on my own anyway because my brother Roderick and his band were practicing down in the basement. Roderick's band is really awful, and I can't stand being home when they are having rehearsals. His band has called Loaded Diaper. Only as a spelled Loaded Diaper on Roderick's van. You might think he spelled it that way to make it look cooler, but I bet if you told Roderick how Loaded Diaper is really spelled, it would be news to him. That was against the idea of Roderick starting a band, but Mom was all for it. 찬성하셨다. She's the one who bought Roderick his first drum set. I think Mom has this idea that we're all going to learn to play instruments and then become one of those family bands like you see on TV that really hates heavy metal, and that's the kind of music Roderick and his band play. I don't think Mom really cares what Roderick plays or listens to, because to her, all music is the same. In fact, earlier today, Roderick was listening to one of his CDs in the family room, and Mom came in and started dancing. That really bugged Roderick, so he drove off to the store and came back 15 minutes later with some headphones, and that pretty much took care of the problem. Yesterday, Roderick got a new heavy metal CD, and it had one of those parent warning stickers on it. I have never got to listen to one of those parental warning CDs because Mom and Dad never let me buy them at the mall. So I realized that the only way I was gonna get a chance to listen to Roderick's CD was if I snuck it out of the house. This morning, after Roderick left, I called up Rolly and told him to bring his CD player to school. Then I went down to Roderick's room and took the CD off his rack. You are not allowed to bring personal music players to school, so we had to wait to use it until after lunch when the teacher let us outside. As soon as we got the chance, me and Luli snuck around the back of the school and loaded up Roderick's CD. But Luli forgot to put batteries in his CD player, so it was pretty much worthless. Then I came up with this great idea for a game. The object was to put the headphones on your head and then try to shake them off without using your hands. The winner was whoever could shake the headphones off in the shortest amount of time. I had the record with 7.5 seconds, but I think I might have some of my feelings loose with that one. Right in the middle of our game, Mrs. Crazy came around the corner and caught us red-handed. 현장범. She took the music player away from me and started choosing us out. 잔소리하기 시작했다. But I think she had the wrong idea about what we were doing back there. She started telling us how rock and roll is evil and how it's going to ruin our brains. I was going to tell her that there weren't even any batteries in the CD player, but I could tell she didn't want to be interrupted. So I just waited until she was done, and then I said, "Yes, ma'am." But right when Mrs. Craig was about to let us go, only started blubbering about how he listened to one rock and roll to ruin his brains. Honestly, sometimes I don't know about that guy, that boy. Friday. Well, now I've gone and done it. 이미 걸려다. 사고 쳤어요. Last night, after everyone was in bed, I snuck downstairs to listen to Rodriguez's CD on the stereo in the family room. I put Rodriguez's new headphones on and cranked the volume really high. Then I hit play first. Let me just say, I can definitely understand why they put the parental warning sticker on the CD, but I only got to hear about 30 seconds of the first song before I got interested. It turns out I didn't have the headphones plugged into the stereo, so the music was actually coming through the speakers, not the headphones. Dad marched me up to my room and shut the door behind him, and then he said, "Let's you and me have a talk, friend." Whenever there's a friend that way, you know you are in trouble. The first time that I ever said a friend like that to me, I didn't get that he was being sarcastic. So I kind of let my guard down. I don't make that mistake anymore. Tonight, they yelled at me for about 10 minutes, and then I guess he decided he'd rather be in bed than standing in my room in his underwear. He told me I was grounded from playing the video games for 2 weeks, which is about what I expected. I guess I should be glad that all he did. The good thing about that is that when he gets mad, he cools off real quick and then it's over. Usually, if you mess up in front of Dad, he just throws whatever he's got in his hands at you. Good time to scrap, bad time to scrap. Mom has a totally different style when it comes to punishment. If you mess up and a mom catches you, the first thing she does is to take a few days to figure out what punishment should be. And while you're waiting, you do all these nice things to try to get off easier. I just dusted the dining room for the heck of it. Wow, the fool of you. But then after a few days, right when you forget you are in trouble, that's when she lays it on you. Are you having fun? No video games for a week. Eh? Monday. This video game